But yes, this reaction is oversharing online is ruining your life. Video by Sonia Danielle. I'm pretty sure I've reacted to her before, not for a while though. So let's go ahead and see what she's talking about.
Post yap clarity. It happens when you're talking to someone and you realize, oh girl, I shared way too much. And instead of it feeling freeing, it may result in feelings of shame, embarrassment, and, well, just feeling like you need to shut the hell up. Imagine you have a little vent session in the heat of the moment and you post it on the internet thinking, no one's gonna see this. I have like 10 followers. Next thing you know, 3.2 million views, 300,000 comments, thousands of think pieces. You are getting stitched left and right. The internet is turning you every which way but loose. And I just think as a community, as a people, we need to get back to writing in a diary. Or if you do want to talk, get you one of these.
What's that?
It's a therapist.
Oh.
Maybe
She answered my question.
New Lash Sensational Body Mascara. Sensational full body lashes with
Get that white woman out of here. It's black women talking. What the hell is that?
Hey y'all, welcome back
Got
to
to
my
show you
channel.
my
My name
cold
is
brew.
Sonia Danielle, and on this
Whoa.
channel I like to do commentary as well as some...
Well, this is my warm brew right now, but yeah. Now, I thought I should have put more water in it, but it's okay. I got more tea, so fuck it. I just didn't want to overfill it, but not wanting to overfill it, I underfilled it. But fuck it, it's okay. We ball.
self-development content to help us cut through the noise of this world and center ourselves, center back into our most authentic selves. I also run my podcast, The Muse Journal, where we look into the stories of our favorite influential people and take lessons from them that we can apply to our everyday lives. So if you're interested in content like that, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. So y'all saw the intro, y'all see the title. I'ma get straight to it. Why do I think people overshare on the internet? This is an entire
Don't tell me I was looking at me sucking, guzzling that.
Opinion. Listen, don't get your panties in a wad over an opinion. Anyways, we're going straight to it. Why do I feel like people overshare on the internet? I feel like it's usually one of two reasons that people overshare on the internet. The first reason, and you're probably already thinking about it, fame and launching their influencer career. Because that's what everyone wants to be right now, influencers, okay? So the person that I think changed the game when it came to let me get on this internet and tell my story. Now, I don't think that she meant for it to go this far. I don't think that she meant to start like influencing or like any of that out of this, but Risa Tisa. People saw what became of Risa Tisa and a little light bulb went off and they said, oh, this can happen to me too. Let me tell my 50-part story. So, little recap. If you don't know who Risa Tisa is, she is a woman who got on TikTok and told a 50-part story called Who the Did I Marry? Now, this series had over 400 million people tuned in, and I was one of them. I was one of them. That woman had me on multiple nights after a hard day of work, sitting on my couch just scrolling with a glass of wine. I was like, I need to know what happens. I need to know. I needed to know. She's a great storyteller. What can I say? Anyways, as a result of her telling this 50-part story, she has been invited on multiple interviews. She's received multiple sponsorship deals from companies like Delta, Hilton, and according to Refinery 29, she actually did receive that BMW that her ex promised her, as she should. I know that's right. And that is not all. Also, there is allegedly a TV show in the works for ABC based on her TikTok series, okay? And you know what? I love to see it because she's the first person that I know who's done like a very long story time like this. So I'm just like, okay, girl, if you were led to do this, these are just the blessings that come along with it. Like, we also can't skip over the, what I call them, repercussions, the backlash that also came with her getting on the internet and telling this story. Not only did people seek out who Legion was, which was the code name that she used for her ex in the story, but they exposed his identity. Random, nosy people.
Hey, these motherfucking TikTok warriors out here, bruh. Hey, if niggas can't find out who GG cheated on Kai with, TikTok warriors will do that. The internet motherfuckers, they will find every single thing upon, like, for you, bruh. I swear to God.
That's so annoying. There were countless of think pieces dissecting her story and dissecting her looks and Legion and her character. And at the end of the day, if you're seeing millions of people in your comment section and then thousands upon thousands of think pieces about you, about something that you went through real life, that's gonna have an effect on your mental health. Because at the end of the day, fame is very unnatural, and it's also kind of weird. I'm going to read you guys an excerpt from the article, Fame is a Dangerous Drug,
This is what I can say before we get into her reading that article. You have to be prepared. So, the biggest thing, like with her, whatever her name was it Tony Daniels or something like that? But I'm sure she saw it all that. She saw how big the stuff blew up. She's like, all right, cool. And, oh man, this getting a lot of attention. Bet. I can go ahead and keep telling my life stories. Oh shit, I'm getting sponsorships. I got that BMW. Oh man, this is sweet. All these people think that this is, I get so much love and everything. It's like, okay, you again what you asked for, but there's a cost. There's always duality. You can't have one without the other. So you got to prepare for both. Not everybody's going to fuck with you. Not everybody wants to see you shining. You're going to have some haters out here. But what are you going to do with that? Are you going to allow that to deter you and keep you running away and feeding on your insecurities? Let everybody take your energy? Or are you going to transmute that, call your energy back, and use it to your advantage?
The Logical Mindset of Being Famous, written by clinical psychologist Donna Rockwell. And if you see me looking down, I am looking at my iPad. Y'all gonna have to give me some grace on this video because I am tired. So it says, once fame hits, with its growing sense of isolation, mistrust, and lack of personal privacy, the person develops a kind of character splitting between the celebrity self and the authentic self as a survival technique in the hyperkinetic and heady atmosphere associated with celebrity life. Some descriptions of fame include feeling like an animal in a cage, a toy in a shop window, a Barbie doll, a public facade, a clay figure, or that guy on TV. So, in not so many words, not only do you have to separate your authentic self from the celebrity persona, but you also have to deal with regular people expecting you to perform for them. Like, imagine being off the clock and people still expect you to perform for them. But why is pursuing...
Man, fuck that. I'm my authentic self regardless of where I'm at. Now, I have different attributes that I dip in the bag of when I'm in certain areas, stuff like that. But I'm my authentic self the whole time. Because when you end up playing a character for different places or different people, you lose yourself. When you need to realize that, hey, that individual or that's an attribute of mine. So I can dig in that bag, but I'm still me. I'm just digging in that bag. I'm not switching out. I'm not code switching. This is all me. Understand this is all real, all me. I love you, brother. I love you too. Make sure you give yourself some self-love, man.
And ultimately obtaining fame so alluring and intoxicating, because fame can give you the feelings of many things. It can give you a feeling of validation, it can give you status, it can give you influence, and sometimes because not all famous people got money. It can sometimes give you money. But before we get all judgy, oh my gosh, why would they do that? Before we get all judgy, let's level a bit. I know all of us don't want Beyonce level fame. I don't want Beyonce level fame. That don't look like fun. However, I do think that most of us want some level of status, of notoriety at a local community level. Kind of like the star high school football player treatment. That's what I'll call it today. At a local community level, I feel like a lot of people want the star high school football player treatment. You know.
Man, fuck that. A lot of motherfuckers just want some money. Honestly. Like, the attention's alright, but nigga, they want the things that come with the attention. They want the money. They want the kind of like a little bit of power to where it's like, say they were to go out to a club and they see a long ass line. They want to be able to have a motherfucker come out and say, oh wait, that's you? Hey, nigga, you ain't waiting in line? Come on. And they don't want to have to pay to get in, so they ain't got to pay the cover charge is free. Or like, they get to go ahead and host some shit at the club or some shit like that, and everybody's coming to them, and they get to charge motherfuckers, $20 to get in, and the ladies get in free or some shit like that. That's what people want. Motherfuckers don't care. And if they a man or a female, they get whatever guy that they want around the city or some shit, or get their dream guy around the city or something like that. That's what they want. They don't give a fuck about the fucking notoriety. Well, I guess that comes from notoriety, but it's like the power that they have. They want that little bit of power and money. That's what they want. But with that comes problems, because it's a duality. It's gonna be motherfuckers that are jealous. Motherfuckers are gonna be trying to take you down. It's gonna be motherfuckers who try to undermine you. Motherfuckers try to be you and be you so much to where it's like they become crazy obsessed. Like, it's a lot.
You're known around your community for doing something that you do really, really, really well. People might come to you for it. People, when they see you, oh, that's so-and-so, they do this. Oh, you should check them out. Because no matter how secure your self-esteem is, being recognized for something that you do well feels good. It does.
Hell yeah.
Okay, now, do I think that...
Especially if you're not used... Especially if, like, people would shit on you. Especially if people would shit on you for shit, like, when you're younger. But that's a trauma thing where you got to heal that.
That it's healthy
but
for the external validation to be end-all, be-all. This is why I validate yourself. For external
you have to validate yourself, man. The first and only validation that you need is yourself and God. Because God sees what you are, who you are, and who you are going to become. God knows the end-all, be-all about you. You got to trust in God and trust in yourself. You trusting God is trusting yourself.
It is the driving force behind all of the actions. No, I don't think that that's okay. I don't think that that's healthy at all. However, recognition as a byproduct to doing something that you do well, that does feel good. So before you get on your high horse, think about that. Now, what do I mean by secure and insecure self-esteem? So secure self-esteem, because I know people usually say high and low self-esteem. Secure self-esteem basically means that your self-esteem doesn't fluctuate with external factors. If you know you're intelligent and someone comes up to you and they're like, oh my gosh, you're as dumb as a bag of rocks, you're not going to be like, oh, maybe I am as dumb as a bag. No, because you know who you are. Secure self-esteem. Insecure self-esteem is the complete opposite. They say you're pretty, oh, you think you're pretty. They say you're ugly, you think you need to just crawl into bed and never get up again. That's what I mean by secure and secure self-esteem. Back to the actual premise of the video. I think that the people who are willing to blow up their whole lives for some internet likes, clicks, and views, I think it's giving insecure self-esteem. I think it's giving, maybe you don't need to run to your phone and post this. Maybe we need to run to a trusted friend, a trusted family member, a trusted therapist. That's just my opinion, though. And I also want to reiterate that I do not think this about Risa Tisa. Obviously, the example for the formula that I see people hopping on. I believe that her...
One of the things I can't say about this is that I understand her point. And I believe that, hey, if you're willing to get on social media and explain your life, you gotta deal with what comes with it. That's what I believe. I'm not gonna say, hey, you shouldn't do that, or hey, if you do this, you're doing this because you are this, you are this. Just know that the decision you're making, most likely, you ain't most likely probably not gonna blow up like Reese Tease. But if you put it on blast on social media, there's only some motherfuckers, probably the people you're talking about, to see shit like this. Or if not them, then what you're talking about, the friends, the inner circle, is gonna see something like that. Then they're gonna come back on you, and then it's gonna have some consequences. Now, if you're able to, deal with them, that's cool. But also, it comes with, okay, how are you going to explain this story? Are you just saying this because this is drama and you want to create this is a toxic thing and you want to go ahead and just try to blow up off of toxicity? All right, you can do that, but guess what comes with it? More toxicity, more drama. It's like Baddies or Jerry Springer or Maury, Dr. Phil, and shit like that, right? Or are you saying this story time to? Is this story time or telling your business leading to a moral thesis or a pretty much a theme about life, or show how you healed yourself and expressing to people like, hey, I've been through this. This is a scenario. Yours may not be the same, but I got through this. So hey, this can help motivate you to get through this. So how are you? What's the intent behind you saying what you're saying about your life?
Fame came as a byproduct of her wanting to tell her story. And I do believe that people who are chasing fame because they saw the sponsorship deals that she got, they saw that she got the BMW she wanted, the alleged show that is coming out, followers, y'all know the things. Like, they see all of the blessings. Now, the second bucket of people who overshare on the internet, I don't think that it's career driven. I think it's more community driven. They're trying to build a community. They're trying to find people who resonate with the experience that they're talking about. Or maybe they have like 10 followers and they didn't think it was going to get that far. It's kind of like some of the people who will post about their spouse and they have like 20 followers, post about their spouse, hee hee ha ha, he sent me to work with dog food. Oh my gosh, look how funny, he's so dumb.
Switch to TurboTax and file your own
let
taxes
my wife
free in the app if you didn't
let
file
my
with
wife
us last
post
year.
about me saying I did some shit like that, bro.
Okay, she's still asleep. We pulled that driveway and her eyes are still closed. Everybody listen, come. No doors are opening. No doors are opening. No barking. We will eat our food in here. I don't care if we're in here for 2 hours or 3 days.
I'm not staying in here for 2 hours, but
After what she's done to us for 4 days, she's finally asleep.
I get it.
No one's moving. Nobody breathes.
I'll take her if she wakes
Everyone
up.
sits still.
I will take her if she wakes up.
I swear. Unbuckle quieter.
No.
Let's just eat in here. It won't be that bad.
No, we're not eating.
It'll be like a
We
picnic.
don't have utensils. They didn't give us utensils.
Use your hands. I live here now.
No, on God, for real.
I love you.
That's your fault. That's her fault. That's her fault. The husband said, hey, let me take her. Let me take her. You used to focus on not waking her up. You ended up waking her up by not letting him take her. It's a baby. She's going to get some sleep regardless. No, I live here. And da-da-da-da. And the husband said, all right, shit, fine. Okay. Shit. You try to be... No, she's staying here. This is my door. She's staying here. No, bruh. Like, let's go in the house. We have no utensils. don't you just say okay? And he even said, "Hey, if I wake her up, I will take her, but we're not eating in this car." And you're goofy ass staying in the car. See?
They don't expect it to get far. They post it, they go to sleep,
You woke
they
her
wake
up.
up. It's viral. You got people telling you to leave your man. You got people telling you to leave your woman. And they're like, oh my gosh, wait, no, y'all don't know him like I do. Y'all don't know her like I do. How can you take a 30-second clip of my life and tell me to leave who I love? So the actual
Because
response
that's
video
YouTube.
is just a
That's
montage
online.
over music. So you guys know I can't
What the
actually
fuck
show
did I
that
just
because
say?
this will
That's
get taken down.
online.
But
That's online.
this is an excerpt from the caption of the response video because the caption is
Don't
rather
even
long,
explain yourself,
without
these
further ado,
peons online.
Kiara
I don't
Hillman
think what they
says,
think.
this week I was told, divorce him. Leave him now. He hates you. Video I posted went viral and it landed on the wrong side of the internet. What was meant to be a lighthearted, relatable parenting moment that we found humor in was completely misinterpreted. Assumptions were made that couldn't have been further from the truth. Based on a 2-minute video meant to be funny, thousands of comments suddenly appeared about how awful of a man my husband supposedly is, that he hates me, doesn't respect me, is a terrible father, and worse. I feel like some of the people doing that, not all, some of the people, especially in the early days of that type dynamic happening, I feel like they didn't think it was gonna get that far, or they thought people were gonna be in the comments like, oh, mine does that too. But that's not everybody's reality, okay? Anywho, it was like a very poor execution of trying to be relatable or even vulnerable, which, listen, I wholeheartedly believe the internet does not know what vulnerability means. This brings me to my next point.
Not.
People often confuse oversharing with vulnerability, and I don't like that. Vulnerability is sharing your business in a way that encourages mutual trust and connection, while oversharing is sharing way too much of your business in inappropriate situations or when the relationship isn't quite there yet. Now,
for example, Will Smith and Jada oversharing. Vulnerability. What I just shared about with my buddy, me being being confrontational but not being using my emotions. That was me being vulnerable because I showed y'all like how I felt about the moment, explained how I went about handling the situation and how we grew from that.
according to psychotherapist Dr. Danny Moy, people may overshare quickly because they want to become close to someone else and they lack the social skills to allow that relationship to really grow into where it needs to be. And they also say that oversharing may stem from them yearning for attention or validation, which may cause the person to believe that oversharing will make them come off as more relatable in order to form those deeper connections. Oversharing is trying to manufacture closeness with other people instead of just letting that relationship marinate. Some of the best things in life really just, they gotta marinate, they gotta simmer, they gotta slow cook. Folks on the internet oversharing, calling it vulnerability, blowing their lives up because we all know how TikTok gets down. But like, do y'all know what 1,000... Look up what 1,000 people look like. Times that by 5, times that by 10, times that by 100. Like, you are telling this many people your business. Your business. Like, I'm a content creator. I know how it feels to see comments about yourself. Negative comments about yourself. Like, the negative comments about yourself, about your lived experience, about your looks, about just you are not fun. And so I guess if you have a history of oversharing, especially on the internet, think about why you want to share this information. One thing that I learned during my research for this video is that talking about yourself, talking about your experiences actually releases dopamine. So it does feel good to talk about your experiences, to get those emotions out. However, before you press post, Think about 10,000 and look up what 10,000 people look like. Because I ain't showing you this time. Think about 10,000 people commenting on your life, commenting and telling you what to do over a 1 minute snippet into your life.
Man, fuck it. If I do it on TikTok, I hope y'all create a fucking word for me, like low-key annually. I'll put it on there for a reason. I'll create a word for me. I hope y'all make some funny roasts and funny jokes. I'm not even gonna lie. I posted on there for a reason, so hey, have your fun. Just know that I'm getting the attention, and then when I post next, hey, even more. It's a benefit to me because I'm getting the attention. Y'all are doing exactly what I want y'all to do. You think I'm just posting on there for the people in my hometown to see? No, fuck no. Posting it for the world to see.
And send that video to drafts, okay? Bring out that journal, bring out that diary, and write it out. But yeah, not only do I think it's becoming more of a cultural norm to share more things about yourself on the internet. Like, I remember when I was younger, when I was first getting on like Twitter and stuff like that, my parents would be like, are you sure you want to have a profile picture of your actual face? Like, my parents were hyper vigilant. And so now the culture has switched where we're a lot more lax. We're a lot more, oh, no one's going to see it. But what happens when people do? And what happens when there's actual repercussions in your everyday life because of what you posted in the heat of the moment? We're not thinking ahead. Like, we lack foresight. You gotta have that foresight, you know? But I feel like a huge, what do we call it? Accelerator, maybe? Sure, we'll call it an accelerator today. I feel like a huge accelerator to this switch in culture, this like more relaxed culture around sharing information about yourself, was 2020, okay? 2020 did a doozy on us, especially, I'm Gen Z, especially us. And I'm saying this as an introverted person, okay? I don't want to be around a whole bunch of people all the time, but like, at least give me the choice, you know? At least not having the choice is not cool. Like I was in college during 2020. I had to go from having in-person classes, being on campus, to having online classes. Like, have y'all ever tried taking a stats class online? That was hell. It was so bad. But for a lot of people during that time, the internet, social media became that third space, that space where you went for like leisure, for laughs, for community. A lot of our generation was in school during 2020, whether it was college, whether it was high school. A lot of our generation missed out on graduations and proms and just like important milestones. And whether you like it or not, it does do something to you. Missing out on milestones does do something to you. And also, being locked in your house with only your family, it does do something to you when you don't get to get out into the real world and have that group of friends, meet up with your friends, or just meet people, or just go out and sit. And I feel like we're still seeing the impact of people believing that their full community is online. Which, yes, you can have an online community, but at the end of the day, when you're in community, real community with people, you know them and they know you. It's a mutual connection. It's not just you telling all of your business to people who don't know you fully and you don't know them at all. I feel like this
Man, when it comes to just the YouTube shit and being on social media, nobody's ever fully gonna know you for you. Not even, bro, your parents won't, your siblings won't, your spouse, your girl, your husband will never know you for you. Only you will know yourself. And most motherfuckers don't even know themselves because they're too focused on everybody else. So when it comes to like building community and stuff like that, it's not about people knowing you for you, because people are gonna have their own perception of you regardless. And some people's perception, you're the villain. Some people's perception, you're the hero. Some people's perception, you're the side character. Some people's perception, you are just a random bystander, or you're just a side quest or something like that. What you need to understand is that perception is reality. So don't give a fuck about nobody's perception of you. You need to live your authentic self. Live your authentic self, your authentic truth, and talk about the shit that you learned from the experiences you've had. And either people resonate or they don't. But don't be people pleasing. Don't be worried about other people. You're putting out what you want to put out and what you need to put out, what you think is best for you. So, trust yourself and you're good.
This influx of people feeling like, oh, I'll just tell it to the internet. You're not speaking to a void. There are other people on the other side of the screen with various types of life experiences, various types of characteristics judging you. I guess when you put information about yourself out in that way, you have to ask yourself, okay, like, do I care if people judge this part of me? If the answer is no, then sure. You feel comfortable enough to put it out, sure. If the answer is yes, maybe reconsider. I think that's
Or ask yourself, why am I uncomfortable with people judging me for this if this is just me? Because guess what? If you're uncomfortable with this part, you're most likely going to be uncomfortable with another part and another part. And then if you have all these parts that you're uncomfortable, you're just uncomfortable with yourself because all those parts are a part of you. So that means you got some trauma you need to deal with and heal through. And I say still post it. So what? What they got to say? Post it for you. It ain't going to hurt you. Turn your comments off if you want to. And that's how you do it. Fuck what everybody else say. Don't do shit out of fear. You do it out of courage. And courage is you fearing, like what she's saying, if you feel like somebody's gonna make fun of you for this, but you still putting it out there, that's courage. Because you got over that fear by still posting it. I got over my fear. There's several different things I've done. I've got out of my fear. Fucking going to college. It's uncomfortable, but I did that anyway. In the military, going through basic and AIT. Done that shit. Uncomfortable. It was cool. It was first time ever being away from my family. Fucking hundreds to thousands of miles away. What else? Deployment. It was fun as fuck. It was my second time ever being away from my family, like going to the military. Fucking podcasting. Just talking. You know, that was fearful. Being in front of a camera. You know, showing my intellect and stuff like that. Or, you know, that was uncomfortable. That was a fearful thing, but I still did it. Streaming. Like that. Like this. You know, when I first started streaming, when I first started... I say delivering Uber Eats. When I first started doing my podcast, man, I had to take a couple of shots before I did this. And I would drink during my screen and shit like that. Now, like, I challenged myself, like, man, fuck the drinking during the stream. It's cool. I can do that, have fun and shit like that. But I want to do some sober streams. To where it's like, now, I'm doing it sober. Like, I had the fucking, you know, my smoothie. I was making my teas. I'm just comfortable around these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? My water. Like, and I say that to say, man, don't let fear stop you from doing what you want to do. Because if it stops you in one thing, it's going to stop you in everything. And then that's how you live life with regrets. That's how you go down the line and go, damn, I should have done this. I should have did this. Me, I know I'm not going to have any regrets in my life. Because everything I did was for a reason. Even if I think I regret, like, nah, I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do it. Or I should have, I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do it. Oh well. Just killed that thought.
I have to say, in this video. I would really love to hear you guys' opinions on why you guys think people overshare, and if you've ever overshared on the internet.
I don't know why I
or
haven't
even just
subscribed to
in
her.
real life. I feel like we've all overshared a little bit in real life. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you have a beautiful day.
Shout out to Sonia Danielle. W video. Let's see.